I call the meeting today, September 8th, Sunday, 7th, to order. Physical quorum of members physically present. I'll entertain a motion to permit those members not physically present due to personal illness, disability, employment purposes, or business of the board or family or emergency to participate by video conference. Do I have a motion? We do. We have a second?
We do.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we'll jump right into the agenda. I don't have any chairman's remarks.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call.
Chair Childress,
Yes.
Vice Chair Zay,
Here.
Member Desart,
Here.
Member Galassi.
Here.
Member Garcia.
Here.
Member Ozog.
Here.
All right. And the public comment?
Nope.
No public comment. So, we will move to approve the minutes, 23/95 Public Works, Committee meeting minutes from September 16th, 2025.
Second.
We probably moved to second. Any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Budget transfer. I will move on 25/23/96. Transfer of funds from the fuel and lubricant account, amount of $6,238 to the equipment and machinery account to retrofit new vans, a new van with safety bulkhead shelves and racks for facility management. Then probably move to second it. All in favor? Well, any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, moving into consent items. I'll entertain a motion to combine 7A to 7Q. Been probably moved to seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to approve item 7A to 7Q as combined, beginning with 7A.
Start reading 7A.
Yep, got it right here. Okay. 7A is 25/23/97. For Ashland Door Solutions, this contract is decreasing in the amount of $22,467.45, closing due to contract expiring. 25/23/98 to Ashland Lot Company. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $23,124.40 and closing due to contract expiring. 25/23/99, Commonwealth Edison. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $979,387.70 and closing due to contract expiring. 25/2400, Facility Gateway Corporation. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $51,354.33 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25/2401 to Growth Company. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $24,798.69 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25/2402 Nycor Gas. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $40,680.26 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25/2403 to No Land Sales Corporation. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $20,104.74 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25/2404 to Hay and Associates. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $12,000 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25/2405 L Marshall Inc. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $25,650 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25-2406 Petroleum Traders Corp. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $85,852.19 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25-2407 TGA Park 88. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $20,194.89. It's closing due to contract expiring. 25-2408 Team Pipes and Supply Company. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $16,126.82 and is closing due to contract expiring. Next up is 25-2409 Gray Bar Electric Company. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $235,606.87 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25-2410 Red Wing Brand of America. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $10,718.63 and is closing due to contract expiring. 25-2411 Aldrich Inc. This contract is being extended to November 30, 2025 to finalize outstanding work with no change in the contract. 25-2412 Robinson Engineering. This contract has been extended to November 30 to complete outstanding water tower improvement and inspection with no change in contract total. And finally, 25-2413 this contract has been extended to November 30, 2026 to complete outstanding on-call NPDES permit compliance review with no change in contract total. Probably moved, and is there a second?
Second.
Probably moved and second. Any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move into joint purchasing agreement. I'd like to move on FMP 4925 on the recommendation for the approval of a contract issued to HD Supply to furnish and deliver housekeeping supplies and cleaning chemicals as needed to the county campus facilities management for a period of November 1, 2025 through June 30, 2027 for a total contract amount not to exceed $50,000.
So moved.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next up is bid awards. FMP, I'd like to move on FMP 5025 on the recommendation for the approval of a contract order to Commonwealth Edison Electric Utility Services for a non-connected county facility, which is the warehouse and election warehouse and shoot house for facilities management for a period of November 1, 2025 through October 31, 2029 for a total contract amount not to exceed $60,000.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second.
Point of order,
Um,
just point of order, the last two items, Chair Childress actually moved. So it's been moved twice and then seconded. So just giving you a heads up that
Okay,
it needs only to be moved once. Thanks.
thank you.
Question.
Question.
What's the shoot house?
Shoot house is, the shoot house, the sheriff owns what they call a shoot house up in, West Chicago, right next to the airport. And they do some of their training up there. It's right next to the DOT facility that is, so that it's the county property, so they do some functions up there.
Okay.
But one thing that it's stimulation fire, they're not discharging
They're
weapons.
not discharging weapons, so like paintball, things like that, they might do the training.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Members A,
For the election warehouse, can you explain to me again the agreement and why we're paying for the election warehouse and the utilities and the rent and all that, and why the clerk's not taking it out of her budget?
So a decision was made by the board several years ago that the costs of that are borne by facilities management for the, is that correct, Tim?
Correct, it is. When they were an independent body, it was with the DuPage Election Commission when it switched over in 2020-ish.
Yeah, a little bit earlier than that, it's been like 19 something.
Yeah, that's when the lease transferred over from the clerk to facilities.
Okay.
And we are
It's not written in
involved.
stone.
What's that?
It's not written in
No,
stone.
you guys as a board have that authority to change it, add it whatever budget you want to. And Tim is involved in the negotiation of that.
Yeah, I think one of the logics was the negotiating the lease with it being under facilities, you as a board make the decision as opposed to the lease being negotiated by an elected official.
You are correct, though. It's not written in stone. That's a change you can make.
Okay. Well, it's just sometimes we do stuff, sometimes we don't. It's kind of a weird dynamic there, so.
Facilities owns a majority of the leases. The one lease we do not hold is the one that the sheriff has for their like on the towns for storage of vehicles.
Burridge.
Burridge, thank you. Other than that, to my knowledge, facilities holds virtually all the rest.
Okay, great, thank you.
We have,
Quick.
yes,
Yeah. I'm just saying that would be the same consideration for the shoot house, that are listed to be under the sheriff's budget.
The only thing is the shoot house, we own it. So DuPage County owns the shoot
We're
house.
not renting it like the clerk.
We rent the warehouse.
Okay, thank you.
We can rename it the Jim's A Shoot House if you want.
any further
Memorial.
discussion?
was gonna
say, do you want
it in memoriam?
Any further
Just
discussion?
make sure we have many of the walls inside.
Yeah, with paintball.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Now we're talking.
We'll sell tickets.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Oh,
opposed?
that's enough.
This.
Double I.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move into action items. I'd like to move on FMR 1025 on a recommendation for the approval of an agreement between County of DuPage, Illinois and Casa of DuPage County
Second,
for lease space at the Judicial Office of Facilities Management for a 10-year period of November 1, 2025 through October 31, 2035 for an annual amount not to exceed $1. It's probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to move on FMR 1125 on a recommendation for the approval of an agreement between the County of DuPage, Illinois and the Family Shelter Services for the lease space of the Judicial County of Facility for Facilities Management for a 10-year period of November 1, 2025 through October 31, 2035 for an annual amount not to exceed $1. And properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
Question?
Yes, Member Desart.
Thank you. Nick, we were going through these contracts just a year at a time. And I'm just wondering, especially for the family shelter one, I remember member Deacon Garcia brought this up, and we've been renewing it for the last 2 years, 1 year at a time. So what is the thought process on renewing these for 10 years?
So for both of these, obviously, they've been partners with us for some time. And for both of these, we do have an ability, both parties can exit with 90 days notice with no penalty. So the thought process is we keep renewing them, $1, whatever. By having them in place, you as a board can terminate at any time with 90 days notice. Conversely, they can also terminate. So it really is just an ease of saying, we could keep doing it a year at a time, but
Two things, I think, Member Desart is thinking of the children's waiting area. That lease is 1 year at a time for now because that is a newer one. This lease predates me, this lease has been here.
yeah, this has been there forever.
And then there's
The CASA one, but not the family shelter services as well?
Safe Harbor is the new lease from last year. Family Shelter has been here for at least a dozen years. And then
Okay.
what Nick said, there's a third party in this lease, that is the chief judge. He or she also has the ability to terminate this lease.
Okay, and then Tim, so have we always then, if we've had these contracts for years, have we always approved them at a 10-year intervals?
No, they've been at 4. Staff is recommending 10 for both of these because of the long history we have with both of these operations and for the services they provide to the residents, but that decision lies with you.
And we did have the discussion internally that the 10-year, while a little bit longer, the fact we have a 90-day, a 3-month out at any time that the board wants it, it didn't concern us or the state's attorney.
So, and just to clarify, Family Shelter Service, they're the ones that are the in-house domestic violence advocates that help with criminal and civil orders of protections. And CASA is specifically the court-appointed special advocates who also help in the judicial system. So they're really important as well. So the fact that they're in the courthouse, we're giving them a 10-year lease, I think is amazing. Great.
Yeah, I mean, both organizations are fantastic organizations, but if we're doing a 10-year lease, it's going to be off this board's radar, and boards in the future, it'll be off the radar for 10 years. So even though we have an opportunity to cancel within 90 days, it's going to be off the radar, so we won't even think about it. But, there's no question that these are both incredible organizations. So I just wondered, thank you so much.
Okay, any other discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to move on FIR 15625, the acceptance and appropriation of Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus Power Safe Community Grant in the amount of $10,000.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, old business.
Under.
Okay, old business, then is there any old business? Being none, new business.
So on your agenda or in the packet, you have a letter from our Veterans Memorial Group. They are the partners that we have partnered with forever on our memorial out there. Unfortunately, one of the members has passed away, and the other members have made a decision to kind of disband the group. It's not going to impact, obviously, the operations. It's their decision. Tim and his team, I mean, historically have always done all the maintenance. They paid for the maintenance. That's not a concern. It's been a good partnership. I mean, what really comes into play is, adding a name here, adding a name here. If there's a misspelling on a name there, they help us with that. But I definitely understand, this group is one passed, they're getting older, they would like to pass it. It's not going to impact any of what we do. They've done a great service for the veterans across the county all these years. The money that they have left, they are going to give to the Veterans Assistance Commission, and then we will maintain that memorial from here on out. So this is just an FYI, so you guys are aware.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Zane.
Yeah, it just concerns me, and moving forward in the future, who's gonna oversee that? I mean,
So from
can we
a,
get some kind of ad hoc group or something together? Once it gets figured out, because I mean, I'd like to have veterans involved. I mean, we just don't want it to be there. I mean, we want some input from
well, and
veterans for
I
the future.
I will tell you, one of our biggest weaknesses, and Tim and I talked about this, would be adding names to it. Because that's not something that we know how to access. So we will work with Steve Fixler and his group, and we will figure out kind of a plan moving forward. I mean, from a maintenance, from keeping it looking great, I have no concerns with that. From the information contained in there, that's where we fall a little bit short. So we will have to find something to help us.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Okay, there's nothing to vote on that one, right?
Yep.
Okay. Without objection, we are adjourned.